Hello, everybody. It is November, 10th, 2025. It's in the morning. Late last night, there was a vote, a cloture vote to end debate on the continuing resolution and fund and reopen the government. So we'll talk about that in just a second. As always, welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you for all the comments. Please keep them coming. Basically, the word came out early yesterday afternoon that the deal had been reached and that there was going to be a vote. It then took several hours before the vote started. The Democrats had to decide. The Democrats had to come up with 8 votes to get the Republicans were all going to vote for it. The Republicans have voted to reopen the government over and over and over again. The Democrats have been filibustering the continuing resolution. So at this point, now that it was over, the Democrats had to pick which 8 members of their party would vote to end the debate and reopen the government. I checked 6 of the names who voted yes, and then I was just too tired. I didn't want to do the other 2. All 6 of them are not up for re-election in 2026. I'm sure this is a complete coincidence and not a political calculation on the part of the Democrats. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. Clearly, what the afternoon was spent doing was figuring out which 8 it would be and deciding who would take the blowback from the progressive wing of the party, who was going to be angry that the government is getting reopened. Which I know is a really weird thing to say, but we live in weird times. The bill will now go, we have to actually, so debate ended last night. The filibuster is over. Cloture has been passed. The actual continuing resolution itself will probably be passed sometime today, and then it will go to the House. I do not think the House GOP is going to need any Democrat votes to pass it, but if they do, whatever number they need is the number they will get. So if they need 2 votes or 3 votes or 4 votes from the Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries will select 2 or 3 or 4 members of the Democrat House caucus who he thinks are very safe and don't have to worry about the blowback, and he will assign them to vote yes on that, and the rest will, of course, vote no. If you're wondering what the content of the deal is, it is the deal that Senate Majority Leader Thune has been offering for several weeks, which is saying you reopen the government and we'll give you votes in the future on ACA subsidies. That has been around for a while. The Democrats finally accepted it, and the reason why is the day after the election, a couple of Democrats came out and said, remember last Tuesday was the off-year elections, a couple Democrats came out and said, okay, guys, the election's over. Let's end the shutdown. We don't need to do this anymore. The shutdown was to try to gain 2 things. One, concessions from the Republicans on ACA subsidies, and to create a electoral advantage for the Democrats in the off-year elections. Virginia votes in the off-year. Northern Virginia was full of federal workers. If you can cause a lot of problems there, they're going to get mad at whoever the incumbent party is. And remember, as I understand things, the incumbent party is whoever holds the White House. Doesn't matter who holds the House, doesn't matter who holds the Senate, doesn't matter who holds the governorship. It's whoever holds the White House. And it doesn't matter if the White House has anything to do with something or not. They get the blame when things go wrong, and they get the credit when things go right. Whether they're really involved or not is largely irrelevant, in my opinion. So I would say that from an electoral perspective, given how overwhelming the Democrats did in Virginia, probably successful. This was hardly the only reason. There's a lot of other things going on in that election. But if you have been denied food stamps, if your air travel's been screwed up, I hope you take solace in the idea that this might have picked up an extra couple of seats in the Virginia State House Assembly for the Democrat Party, because that is what they have gotten out of it. By the way, in terms of the future votes on the ACA, I believe the Senate will have those. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, has said he will not. So it is essentially what do Republicans get out of this? They get the thing that they've been after now for 5 or 6 weeks. Democrats got a pinky promise to do a vote in the future. This has all been very frustrating. I know in the world of politics, which is, all about tribal affiliation and, providing entertaining social media content and stuff like that, this has been a big deal. But at the same time, real people, both Democrats and Republicans, have been hurt by this. People who have lost their food stamps, including people who have jobs, and maybe they're, disabled and maybe they're only able to work part-time, stuff like that. Something like 70% of food stamp recipients work. Hundreds of thousands of people have been trying to travel, have had all kinds of problems with it. Over 1.5 million government workers have gone without pay. And they've done all this essentially so the Democrats could get a small advantage in some Virginia state House races. So I am very frustrated and frankly fairly disgusted by all this. I keep thinking of the line at the end of Macbeth when Macbeth kind of everything, the walls are closing in on Macbeth, and he kind of drops into his lowest point of nihilism, and he does his tomorrow speech, and it goes, he goes on, and it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signaling nothing. That's kind of how I feel about it. This was all hokey. It was all fake. It was all done to try to win a couple more House seats. And millions of regular Americans on both sides of the aisle got hurt. So it's fairly disgusting, in my opinion. Either way, that's where I'm at on everything. My guess is we'll see a House vote Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and that will probably be the end of the shutdown. The good news is all government workers will get back pay. SNAP will be funded. Air traffic control will return to normal. Next couple of days might be a little dicey until we get there. But basically, we are coming to an end of this, and it has, from a substantive national policy perspective, it has accomplished absolutely nothing. Zero. Okay. Hope everyone has a good day, and let us hope that we have something more inspiring to talk about soon. Bye-bye.